think I have 3 of the cats with me tonight. I'm going to make a really annoying video. Sorry. For anybody who has watched these videos, first of all, it's going to be kind of repetitive. And second of all, you're probably going to be like, hello? Yeah, there goes Harry. Can you even see him? Can't see anything. 1, 2 at least. And that means Percy's around here too, and I can never see him because he tries to be stealthy. Anyway, yeah. So why am I going to annoy you? To make it plain. Oh, there's Percy. There's Poppy. No, there's Perry, there's Percy, and there's Poppy. Let's see if I can see him. Poppy, Percy, Perry. I think that's the closest you're going to be at. Shall I see them? Yeah, why am I going to annoy you with this video and give you the updates that you don't really want to hear? It's because I'm sort of throwing myself on the sword here. Avoidant personality disorder, there isn't a cure for it, but there are ways to make it better. And you can find the ways to make it better. And, okay, that's great. That's wonderful. But then you actually have to do these things that are better. It sounds like a car's coming. Nope, it's going the other way. And the problem is, the reason you have avoidant personality disorder in the first place is because you have extra sticky neural pathways in your brain, which basically means you have thought patterns that get stuck. And even if they don't work for you, oh, we still have fireflies, then it doesn't really matter. You can be completely aware that it's like non-factual, that it doesn't work, that it's not true, and you still will go that way. It's like the example they always give people is if you're driving a certain way, you don't even think about it, you don't even realize it, you're suddenly on the same route home that you always go. And then you've forgotten to stop and get the food at the grocery store because you're just on automatic thinking. You're doing everything that you need to do to get home, and you're not doing the different thing that's definitely something you need to do, that's for your well-being, it's better for you. Do that thing instead, like go get food at the grocery store, and suddenly you're at home and you have to decide, are you going to go back out to the grocery store, or are you going to order food in? Anyway, let's kill that dead horse. Right, Pop? That you can't see? Anyway, so I'm doing the same thing. I have discovered things that work. Now, unquestionably, as terrible as it is, I mean, I judge myself really bad for it, but getting rid of the relationships that were really sucking the life out of me, even though they were my closest relatives, that made the biggest difference. That made the biggest difference. I'm still really, today is Father's Day. I did not go see my father. My father has advanced Alzheimer's. He's forgotten how to walk. He's highly medicated because he's freaked out and agitated, because he's really going into end stages, and he's not remembering anything. So he's highly medicated. He's basically sleeps about 23 hours a day. And if my grandmother is any sort of example for what he can expect, he can expect to live about 10 years like this, which is kind of horrifying. But I didn't go see him, and I am kind of guilty about it. My son is guilty because he has, a pretty bad relationship with his father. But he's much better about it and saw what I did and learned that, sometimes you have to take care of yourself first. And his father's made no attempt at all to reach out to him, so he did not get in touch with his father. But he's guilty too. I feel very guilty. But, I don't have that burden. I'm sorry, that is the word. I don't have the burden of taking care of my father anymore. I don't have the burden of taking care of my mother. And part of taking care of my mother was listening to her be abusive of me. I've got to say, the Alzheimer's, the good thing about it was that my father stopped being abusive to me. He's apparently now sort of lashing out at other people. He's nice to me now, but I just can't be around him anyway. And of course, there's my son, who we have a much better relationship. He still depends on me a lot for emotional support, but he has really learned that lashing out at me is not going to make positive things happen. It basically just means I'm going to hang the phone on him or leave him. And it's taken a while, but it seems to be sinking in. Okay, so that's very positive, and I've stuck to my guns, and that's working out. Okay, so there's a positive. Now, here comes the things that it's like, I'm sure you're going to shake your head and just say, well, why can't you just do what you know is best for you? Okay, first of all, I'm not in therapy, and I probably would get some help from therapy, but it's very stressful to me, and I haven't had a good therapist that I can depend on in a while, and I don't need it. So, it doesn't matter that it probably could be useful. I'm not doing it. There's number one. Number two, again, you've heard this. It's sort of miraculous when I find things that are helpful to me, and yet I should be doing them. Like, for example, my diet. And I was sort of talking to somebody who was just like, he just thought it was very weird. He's from a different country, so, in here in the United States, what works really well for me is no chemical additives, and keto diet does amazing things for my mental health. Really better than any medication I've ever had. It is a personal thing. It works for me. And yet in my head, keto means that you're on a restrictive losing weight period of your life. And this is the American way. Some kind of bird. Anyway, and so I don't like the idea that I'm trying to be on some diet and lose weight. So there's just something about it. I can't stick to it, even though that's not why I'm on that type of diet. And I think, I want to treat myself, and then go off of it, and then I feel like crap. And then all the ideations come back, and it's like, I know what's going on. Why can't I just stick to it? There's number one. Number two is work. If I work, say, less than 20 hours a week, then I start getting the part of the it's a use it or lose it type thing with avoidant personality disorder, that I'm not interacting enough, and so it makes my avoidance flare. But working, say, much more than 30 hours causes me so much stress that it, it's just very bad again. Do you want to go back, Kat? Is that what you're crying about? Maybe he wants to go back. Okay, this is going to be a short video. He wants to go back. Well, I have been working crazy hours again, like 40 plus. But I've got to say, sort of in defense, some people, they need to have a job that gives them like a 10-minute break every so often. I'm the type of person that drives me out of my mind. I need to work. When I'm working, and I don't stop, which is one of the reasons why working so much is probably not great for me. But way worse than working a whole bunch of hours is quote unquote working, where I'm basically sitting there waiting for work to happen. These guys are right here. And I think, Percy? Poppy. No, Perry. That's Perry and Poppy. Yeah, I don't even know my own cats. But there are all three of them here. Pansy does not go for walks anymore. She has arthritis and a heart issue, and she's an old lady, and she's just, I wouldn't let her come if she wanted to. I'd bring her back home. Anyway, so, yeah, the standing around, being on call to work, but not working and not being able to do anything else, and just that really, it makes it seem like 6 times longer. It drives me crazy. If I'm working, time flies. And so I, am able to work a crazy amount, and I'm like physically tired when I'm done with it, but I'm not like emotionally drained. Usually. Sometimes, but usually, if the more I work, actually, the better it is when I'm actually working. I don't know if I'm making any sense yet. Anyway, I never think I make any sense, so that's nothing new there. These guys are off playing. Oh well, they know their way home. So I am working more. I shouldn't be working as much as I'm working. I am coming up this week. I have been working, I hate to say it, like 5 and 6 days a week. This week coming up, I'm only working 4 right now. That's what I'm scheduled. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to keep to that. Just, a little mini break. That was weird. I don't even know where that came from. Anyway, so yeah, there's number 2 sort of numbskull thing that I'm allowing to happen and agreeing to work all these hours. But again, it's tempered. The diet thing is just stupid. I mean, at least I'm aware of it. Because I'm aware of it, I'm at least trying not to eat chemicals as much. I'm trying, I'm doing a crap job of it. I know that could be an improvement and I would feel better. But just knowing that's available actually makes me feel better. And then I'm sort of like, a stone's throw away. It really, like, for instance, I have like my freezer packed. If I wanted to be a responsible person and eat a diet that's best for my mental health, I wouldn't even need to go grocery shopping. It's there. I could just do it. The working, at least I am refusing to do busy time hours. And if I'm there, I'm working. And then when, actually tonight, I actually worked longer than what I was scheduled, but as soon as it started to slow down, I didn't even, was like, I'm done, that's it. I'm not going to hang around for half an hour to see if anything starts to pick up again. I'm just it's done. So that's good. And the other thing, oh, do I have this stupid thing on again? Ugh. Yes, Poppy. There's Pop. There's Pop. And here comes Perry. And you can't see him, but he's up there. The next thing is these trips I take. Now, I sort of complain about the trips that I was going to places that I knew about, they weren't as effective. So what I've done is planned, I actually have two trips. I have one that is in October and one that is in March that, I booked stuff for them and everything. It's not just like, oh, I think I'd like to do this. I mean, this is a real deal. I've actually paid for quite a bit of both of them. Advantage of working so much. What do you want, Pear? No, Poppy's running up the street. Why is Poppy running the other way? I don't know. He's chasing something, isn't he, Perry? Anyway, yeah, so these are places I've never been before at all. Completely new, which is the point. This is what I found to be effective as far as travel. What is not effective about them is that they are so far away. And it would be better if, like, say, it was 3 weeks from now I was going on my next trip or something. Oh, he went to go find his buddy, so all three of them are coming. Perry is really walking hard. Perry, do you need a lift? He's my guy with the 3 legs. See? Oh, he's not even walking now. He's sitting. Anyway, sorry I'm talking about the cat so much. So this is an issue that I should be planning something basically sooner. Because what is it? It's June, so October is 4 months away. That's pretty far. I mean, for reality, is anybody else would, be like, oh, in 2003, I'm going to do this trip. Not now. The reality is fairly close compared to any normal person, but I'm talking about a specific effect that I am trying to have in my life that improves my mental health, and it's not even really attached to the avoidance. It's sort of like it's coping technique to deal with the effect of the avoidance, because I can't really treat the avoidant personality disorder, because that's like, oh, here comes Perry. He's running on his 3 legs. He does seem tired. Maybe I need to go get him. Let's see if he'll let me pick him up. Sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. Even though he's tired, because, it's embarrassing to be picked up outside. Right, Perry? Oh, he let me get him. Okay, he's really tired. So, yeah. So that's the problem that I'm having, which is I keep going back to what I've done for going on 50 years now. And even though I know there's a better way, for example, I just said I can't do anything that directly addresses the avoidant personality disorder. If that is not a totally set in stone, sticky neural pathway, I don't know what else is. Because you know what? I talked about it in that other video that I thought I was being annoying and controversial. But for a random any person, as long as I'm never going to talk to them again, I can like have a conversation with almost anybody and just start it up. I do not have extreme social anxiety disorder. You know, as long as I assume I'm never going to talk to that person again anyway, then I can talk to almost anybody. And if I can do that, then possibly I could talk to them more than one time. And, you know, well, some people are having something going on. Especially the thing that makes me say that to be a decent person, because I'm so terrible and awkward, and that, you know, I'm the burden on other people, and that I would be nothing but a dragon to bring them down. I mean, I've had people yell at me saying, what? I mean, especially other avoidant people. They're like, wait, you can't make me avoidant. I'm already avoidant, one. And two, you can't make another adult avoidant. Sorry, they're past their prime. I could bring them down and make them depressed, but I'm not like going to infect them with my avoidance. I can bum them out. And you know what? Everybody on the planet basically has the right to bum other people out and to say, this is how I want to exist. And that, you know, they can stick up for themselves and everything else. Everybody can do that. And then the other person has the right to say, oh yeah, stakes are too high, I'm gone. That I don't think I have the right to do that is due to abuse I've had in the past, emotional abuse. You want me to keep carrying him? I guess he wants me to keep carrying him. Anyway, but I won't even try to go over those. And these other ones that are just like, I know this will work. It's not like going after my entire personality. It's not going to stress me out more. It'll probably stress me out less to do these things, and yet I still can't change my thought patterns. And I keep going back to the default that I've done for years and years and years. And it's really annoying. And all I can do is try again and try again and try again. And I doubt it will ever become a habit. But you never know. I'll just try again and try again and try again and try again. And that's how it works. You know, be aware and try again and try again. And this cat is getting heavy, even though he's scrawny. So I need to carry him with 2 hands. So I'm going to end this now.